Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the CUTS pack. Today I am going to start on low voltage technology. Now, I have some bronze plates in here because I need to create some more pipes because we need to kind of separate our steam from our electricity. And all I'm going to do for that is I'm going to dig into here. This is probably going to be slightly inefficient just due to the fact that first come first serve, these steam machines will be served first, so we'll have to rearrange all this anyway because eventually this stuff has to be moved inside, and something I'm going to have to do very shortly is make sure I stick some kind of cover over the top of the machines as well, because the rain will short them out. So let's make some pipes. We're aware of how pipes are made, I think. We want something like this, and then like that, and that's the large one. We don't want the large one. We want the small ones. So hopefully this will be enough steam for that single turbine that I have made. We certainly hope so. And I think I'll make your cover. The electric stuff's cover. Yeah. You know what? I think I will actually bring the turbine will be here, so I'll fill that back in, and then I will make a sort of black wool hood over it. No, I'll use some wood since I have plenty in here. This is super inefficient use of wood, but it's fir trees and those are plenty around here. So I'm just going to make a quick roof over things. We don't want it to rain and then short out the electronics because you lose the machine that way, they explode. And machines are not something that you want to lose because they take a long time and are very expensive to make. What? Okay, that should be enough proof of concept. The wire will come across here, and then we want to take first our turbine, and we want the output to be facing this way. That's your output dot, and steam will go in here. Yep, there it goes, start spinning. And then we want our, actually, we want to turn this that way. It doesn't matter if you block any of the fans, by the way. It's not like the steam machines where the exhaust has to be uncovered. So what we're going to do though is I'm going to take this low voltage battery buffer, and we're going to stick it there with the output facing me here this way. Now this will output energy into this. This does not have any batteries in it, but we're using this because what that will do is it will create a, well, as the name infers, a buffer just in case our energy output is a bit dangerous. So I'm going to need to run a wire across there, and we're probably going to do that with tin. So I'm going to need some more tin. That should do. I don't need too many wires, especially not right now while we only want to hook up one machine. And a tin cable, tin cable will carry 32 volts and 1 amp, and if we look at our machine it requires 32 volts, and if we look at the battery buffer, amps are what will burn out your where are we? Here, low voltage battery buffer, out, 32 volts. But the steam engine, no, steam turbine, 32 volts. Alright, well, as long as we're matching that 32 volts, we should be alright, I think, and I'm not too sure at this stage because it's been a while, but I believe if your volts are over, it'll blow up your machine. And if your amperage is over, it will blow up your 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 wires. Your wires will burn out. So being overvolted is the worst, but being overamped is pretty bad too. So then we do that. And then, fingers crossed for no explosions, bam, we have a wire mill. Oh, and a pipe in front of it, accidentally. But this wire mill should be powered. Unfortunately, it's not using stored power, which means it relies on this basic steam turbine to constantly be producing energy, which is a pain. So one of the first things we want to make after we've done our bending machine that we're going to do today is that we want to make a canning machine, because we want to work on batteries, and probably the first kind we'll work on is small cadmium, which will use cadmium dust, a small battery hull, and a canning machine will get us a small cadmium battery, and this holds 4 of them, and we need to make sure they're the small ones because they have a voltage of 32. If we go up to here, you'll see you'll overvolt the battery buffer, and that is not a good thing. So we can actually use our wire cutters. Remember, right tool for the right job, and Greg has once again made sure that is true. Use your wire cutters to remove unused wire. And we're just going to keep that in there for now, although we will need it for our plate bending machine. So let's just use an example. Remember that 1 copper plus 4 redstone is 1 red alloy. Normally, to get a red alloy wire, we would need to, or at least the minimum is 2 red alloy wires, we'd need 4 red alloy ingots, because we'd need to turn them into plates and then cut them using the wire cutters into single wires each, which would give us 2 wires for a NAND chip. But now we put this in here, which will hopefully start running anytime soon. I think I might have done something. Hang on. I'm going to cut this for safety reasons. Then, here's the screwdriver. Could be the screwdriver. No, not the screwdriver. You can reverse or mess with these, and it might be a soft hammer actually. Which means I need some wood, which I have on me, and some sticks. That's good. So some wood and a stick, and we get a soft hammer. Maybe a soft hammer. Yes, machine processing disabled, enabled. That is not the one we wanted. But I mean, it should be getting power, honestly. It only needs 1 steam turbine's worth, and the steam turbine is happily got 24,000 steam in it, and it's producing power off that steam. And I did arrange that properly, I think. I'm pretty sure I did, because I'm sure if I do this, nothing's going to happen either. Yeah, so we want to do that, and that will put that into the buffer. Okay, well, I'm going to fiddle around with this until it works, because it will work. Just for why it's not sure. Okay, yeah, you saw that. For some reason, I needed to disable it and then re-enable it, and it started working. The setup was fine. Not sure why that was. Greg will have to answer that one. But now we have 4 red alloy wire, which is actually 2 NAND chips worth, which is exactly what we need for, well, it's half of what we need, I think, for our blade bender, or basic bending machine. Yeah, it's half of what we need because each basic requires 2 NANDs. But that's cool, so some reason I reached into the wrong one. We need to do that twice more. So I want 8 of you and 2 of you into the alloy smelter. Which is loud as heck. And then we put those 2 into our wire mill so that we get 4 more. Oh, it's so nice to be able to use so little resources just to get some wires. So now we have 4 more of that. And that is the amount of wire we need for our NAND chips. So we want more though. We want refined iron casings. Now, we could, again, there's always ways to do things, inefficient ways, which are fast, or efficient ways which are also fast, or super efficient ways, and we want refined iron casings. So you can use an entire plate to get 1 refined iron casing, or instead you could use an alloy smelter and 2 steel to get 3. So that's the one that we're going to do. We have our casing mold in here. We're going to stick you in there, and because we need 4 casings, unless, do I have some spare? No, I do not. Oh, that is the wrong machine. Must have just clicked slightly too far left. Right. We can't use the Damascus steel in there, by the way. I don't think it is. No, I'm pretty sure we haven't. So that'll get us 6 refined iron item casings, which is good because the other 2 are surely going to be used in the future at some point. But we have the 4 we need. So that's that, and then we need another 2 tin wires, and what do you know? Well, actually we need 4. So we'll get another tin ingot. Ah, so good. Wire mill, you were the best choice. And so now we can pull out our 4 NAND chips. Alright. Now, I've got a problem. And that problem is that in version U of version 5, so 5U of GRAEGtech, U is a fan version of GRAEGtech, which is a continuation of version 5 while Graeg works on version 6. And the problem with that version is that to make rubber, we need to... Where are you? Alloy smelter? Yeah, it's the alloy smelter. Somewhere in here. This is the recipe we have to use right now. We don't have access to the better recipe, which will give us more rubber because we need molten rubber for that. So we have to use this raw rubber dust plus sulfur. Sulfur is the big deal here because in our particular nether there is no sulfur for miles around. So what we have to do is I have to put these tools back so they don't get lost if I die, is we need to go into the nether and go and get some sulfur clouds and get some sulfur out of that because we need more rubber. Because what we need is we need rubber. You don't use cloth like we did with tin wires. You use rubber with copper wires. And we need 6 copper wires per electronic chip, and each chip requires 6 wires. So we need at least 12 rubber, and I only have 7. In fact, I think we need 24. So we need sulfur clouds, which are everywhere. But the question is, how do we get to them? And are you nasty? The other thing is, I have so many deaths in this nether. Ow, you are nasty. And all those deaths were in the name of trying to find sulfur under the ground. There is no sulfur under the ground, and I'll show you. I think next episode is when I'll show you how I go about trying to find ores in GRAEGtech, because I have got it down to a bit of a science. And that science is fairly cheaty in the eyes of the GRAEGified community. It involves some single player action. There's some sulfur we can probably reach. Some sulfur clouds. It's 4 sulfur clouds per sulfur though, I think. Get out of here. Knew you were going to give me trouble. But at least it didn't explode. Fire bats exploding, not good. I do have okay armor on. If a little in disrepair. So I'm going to need some of you. Just so that I can pillar on up to this here sulfur cloud. What tool do I use? Hand? Yes, I use my hand. So 4 clouds. Well, I punched 4. I don't know where the other 2 went. 4 clouds gets me a single sulfur, which I can turn into a small pile of sulfur, which I can turn back into sulfur. Natura sulfur is not compatible in any way with GRAEGtech or anything else that has sulfur in it. Not even Railcraft. It's not or dictionaried at all. So I'm going to have to collect some sulfur, and I will be back once I have enough. Alright, I survived the nether, and I got a reasonable amount of sulfur, at least enough that's going to get us through anyway. So the way this happens is we go all the way back to our machines, and you'll remember from previous episodes that I had back at the mining camp some bags on rubber trees collecting tree sap, and then the extractor running to turn that resin that I got from that into pulp. So somewhere around here I have raw rubber, and all we now need to do is take our alloy smelter and these 2 and we get some more rubber. Now, horribly inefficient, but let me just show you what it would be that we needed to do to get rubber. So at any decent rate anyway. If I find out how to use this rubber pulp, it's going to lead me to molten rubber. If I want to make molten rubber, come across to the chemical reactor, which is 9 rubber and 1 sulfur for 1296 molten rubber, which divided by 9 is 144. So that's 9 ingots worth of rubber. It's a much better, obviously 1 sulfur, much better thing. Instead of 1 rubber per 3 pulp as well, it's 3 rubber per 3 pulp. Much better. So chemical reactor, if we wanted to make that, so many machines we have to make. We can make a low voltage one, and it's actually not too bad. We may in fact skip on the canning machine, and we'll just wait on batteries for a while and get the basic chemical reactor. We may even do that this episode instead. I think we'll do that because it's easy and we need it for rubber. It's an absolute requirement. So let's make sure that this gets enough rubber done. I don't at this point now want to waste that sulfur, you see. If we take this rubber, which rubber do I have in here? 7, we have 12, that's 1. There's only 1 thingamabobber. 21 copper plates. Let's just do this the old school way because I have them. And wire cut is actually on that side, plus copper cables. So that's 12, and unfortunately this is really the only way we can get that, but once we have that chemical reactor that won't seem so bad, which is exactly why I want to do it now. Plus steel, plus NAND, and that's our first electronic circuit, and our second electronic circuit. Cool. So now we need a LV machine hull, which is a lot of steel. How much steel plates do I have left? 4. So I need 4 more. Easy enough. Take 4 of you, stick it in our rolling machine, Like that, and off it goes. And that should actually have enough energy for one recipe. Yes, perfect. Without having to turn things on. Now I think I actually need more steel than that, so never mind. We'll turn this on after all. And do that. And you can just craft away whenever you want. That should speed up pretty quick because this is quite a lot of steam. Off it goes. And I'll steel back for now, but first of all, right, brain. It's already in here, good. You need the wrench. I'm doing this in the wrong work table. This is my parts work table. By parts, I mean the bits that you have done that now no longer require. I need to take that stuff out. No longer require tools to make. So that's that. And the rest of the LV machine hull is 1 steel plate, 2 wrought iron, and 2 tin cables. So tin cables easy enough. In you go. Excuse me. Let's use that soft hammer again. Wherever I put it. There it is. Disabled. Enabled. No? No good? Why no good? Oh, I definitely got it to work before. Maybe it's changed. Rules have changed and this really does need batteries in it. That's okay. Don't know what power it was running off before. Tin cable. Now this should run when I hit it with a soft hammer. Excuse me. No! What are you doing? Things are popping in and out of my inventory. Very annoying. What's that? Thank you very much, Steam Engine. You have done your job nicely. Okay. So, steel, LV, and our 2 tin wires, and 2 carpet, and 2 string. Carpet, string, wires. Done there. Goes like that. And then I need wrought iron. Now wrought iron is annoying as heck, but that's okay. And we need normal iron. You take normal iron, and I need 4 iron like that, and we'll take these ingots over this way. The reason I'm taking this way is because I don't want to have to light up the furnaces, and the steam furnace is kind of slow. Oh, Ahio's just kind of standing around in the thaumatorium. I guess he's AFK. And we throw those into here. I think I might have some spare from before. No. Oh well. In here comes wrought iron. And then we stick that back into an ingot. Or in this case 4 ingots. Turn that into 2 plates. And then we have our machine hull. So I'll be back. Alright, wrought iron plates. LV machine hull. Cool, cool. Next part on the list of ingredients is an electric motor, 2 tin cables, tin rotor, and glass. Let's take care of the motor next. We need 3 iron. 3 iron. Only 2 copper now. Amazing. And 4 redstone. And 1 tin. And then we will arrange that in here. Nope, not quite. Iron, file, 3 rods. We need to make one of them magnetic, which has a handcrafted recipe using 4 redstone. I need those, thank you. Stick the magnetic rod in the middle. 2 on either end. Cover that in copper. And we take our tin. And we turn those into cables. Lots of black carpet and string. There we go, cables. And stick them on either end, and we have a motor. Cool, motor taken care of. Now we need tin plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because we need 4 of them. We need 2 tin. And we stick those in there and turn both of them into rods. One of them we take a saw to. The other one we take a hammer to. And then with these bolts, we stick them there and in a file, we get a tin screw. And is our plates done? No, not even close. Should be once I arrange everything though. Now we want to do that in here. I think it goes screw, ring, and oops, plates in the corners. And then it's hammer, file, screw. Yes. So there's our last 2 tin plates. Tin rotor. Nearly there. And then I think it was 2 more tin cable. Indeed it was. So in you go. And then 2 of those. In you go. Now you come. And in you go. Tin cable please. Right, now we can arrange all this stuff. Although I need my glass, which I think I have some spare in one of these boxes. Brought over from the mining. Yeah, 2 glass. Now that was in the top. Let's see how good my memory is. No. Or, no, I have to look. Rotor, motor, machine hull. Rotor, motor, machine hull. Cables, glass, no. Circuits, cables. There you go, basic chemical, who's a what's it, and that is fake, I think. Is it? No? Oh, it's my battery buffer. Looked like a machine hull. So now we have a chemical reactor, which means all sorts of good things, but the first thing it means is that if we take this pulp and that, we will get molten rubber, which we cannot use whatsoever. What we do with that is we need to arrange this thing. I think we use one of our tools, maybe a wrench, maybe a screwdriver. I guess we'll find out. So we do this. No, that is incorrect. We want fluid auto output. And where are you going to try and auto output that fluid? This is where we pick sides, and I can't remember how you do it. But basically, what we then do with the molten rubber, which is sitting in here, uses, we take it to the fluid solidifier, and we turn it into a rubber bar using a mold. So I need to make that mold actually. Is there any other way we can do that? No, just the fluid solidifier. So easy peasy, we just need a ingot mold and then we'll get our rubber back, which is pretty cool. So let's first of all make the ingot mold, which means we need more steel plates. So much steel plates. We need so much steel in general. But that's okay. So we're going to also have to make a fluid solidifier, which explains why this machine was so cheap. And we stick you... no, I'm going to do it in the other table. We stick you in here. and hammer and file and shape plate. We stick the plate in the middle, and one of these is the ingot mold. There we go. Now we have even more molds for days. So that will just sit there until we can get a fluid solidifier on there, and this will auto eject liquid when it can. I might have to go away and remember how this thing works, because I seem to remember you being able to pick what side the liquid comes out of. I'm just not sure how to do that unless... No. Alright. So fluid solidifier. Let's see if we can pull that off before the end of the episode. We will probably not, because those pumps are pretty complicated. We can start on it though. We need more electronic circuits, which means more rubber in the end. Let's take the rest of this sulfur. We've got 6 rubber there, which is actually a lot more than that. That is... Let's use the power of calculators. Using my phone. Got my phone in front of me. Use my calculator. If I can find whether it is. There it is. Okay. 6480 divided by 144. That's 45 rubber ingots just sitting there, waiting to be solidified. So I can't wait. Oh, Ahia's woken up. Hello, Ahia. Filming. Oh my god, my fingers. Here we go. We want to use the rest of the sulfur, I guess. Since that's quite a bit, I'll just bite the bullet and go mining for sulfur later. More rubber and sulfur. Off that goes, because we're going to need a whole bunch more. 12 of it, in fact. What do I do with those copper plates? Here they are. There's the wrong side. Those clippers are going to die, and I keep clicking the wrong squares. Here we go. 12 of you. That is more than 12. That's okay. I'm sure we will use you in the future. So in my for future use box you go. I'll see you in 12 rubbers time. The brick wall of sulfur has been hit once again. I am low on rubber. Kind of my own fault, because I could have used some instead of making a little more in there and things like that. I just didn't think ahead. But you need 2 rubber rings per pump, and I only have enough because you need to make a rubber sheet, and a rubber sheet is 2 rubber ingots, and a knife gives you 1 ring, so 2 sheets or 4 ingots of rubber per rubber ring. Get this out of here. So we have enough for 1 pump, and then what I'll do is I think I'll make it up to the point that I can, and then I'll come back next episode with a fluid solidifier already made. So here we go, we've got our rubber rings. Cool. I also have this, and I'm partway through this, which I just made the wrought iron for, so we're just making the plates. Nope, we need to turn you back into ingots. There you go, more wrought iron. Now I actually think that I probably, yes, have a spare wrought iron plate. And so now I'm going to perpetually have a spare wrought iron plate. But we have our LV. So what are we missing? We're missing a chest or trap chest, glass. We can get tin cables easily, non-issue, but let's make that 1 pipe. We need bronze fluid, and we need tin rotor, motor, and tin screw. And we have, we need a tin cable as well. So we know how to make a rotor. It's easy enough. Let's stick a tin into the hammer. Take that from you. Let's take out 2 tin. May as well take 3 actually, because we need to make a 2nd screw. File them down into rods, as we did last time. We need a ring, and then we need to turn them into bolts. And a file, we have 2 tin screws, tin ring, and, well, one of those anyway, and our plates. Thank you. Let's just organize those correctly. Hammer, file, screwdriver. And that's our 4th plate. That takes care of that one. Those are small bronze fluid pipes. Do I have a normal one? I do, that's brilliant. So really, I think I have some tin wire in here because I made extra. Carpet. Yeah, I need more anyway, aren't I? So, just make both of them at once. That work table is getting full of junk. There we go. I think you go down there, you went there, you went there. Pump, bronze fluid pipe in the middle. Ah, we haven't made the motor, right. So 2 of you, 1 of you. In you go, please. Soon, soon. And we need to make 3 iron rods. Running out of iron as well. Need to process more. It's okay. Everything like this can be done off camera. 1, 2, 3. And 4 more redstone. Bam. Exciting stuff. Right. So we take that. And we take those. And we clear that. Surround it in iron. Oh, I have tin cable in there anyway. Good, good. So now we have our motor. Brilliant. And we'll just carpet them as well. I'm actually just going to do that in my own inventory. Much faster. Cable, motor, bronze, screw, rotor, 2 rubber rings, and what were the tools that you wanted? Screwdriver and wrench. Screwdriver and wrench. Bam, bam. Single electric pipe. So, we basically have everything we need. Next episode I'll come back and there will be a fluid solidifier sitting on top of here, which will be so good because then I won't have to keep running back to the nether all the time, and when I do I won't have to be as pedantic about how much sulfur I get. So, thank you all for watching and I will see you next time. Bye bye.